Hi, I'm Gerhard Sonnleitner from the ref team, and today I will present you the 5 fastest women I ever met in my life.
If I have some emotion, of course it's the noise of the quattro. Nobody can forget the noise. Even today I think we miss this kind of noise.
You know, I was on all the Formula One tracks, and every time when I made an interview, some of these mechanics started the engine. My best interviews were interrupted by sounds like this. Yeah, hoop man. Okay, some people just call me Sunny. Sunny, yesterday my life was full of pain. If my accent reminds you of Niki Lauda, it's not by chance. I'm Austrian. When I was young, I was a big fan of Niki, watched every Formula One race, and I thought it's just bad luck that I didn't enter as a driver in Formula One, just as a journalist. It's not like this, no, you know? It's tough sport, and you have to be really concentrated and in a very good athletic condition. It's high concentration, adrenaline in your blood. You can't imagine, you know? I met them all these champions, but one day a girl took me on a ride around Monaco. And this was the first time I found out that a girl can drive faster and better than me. I lose my mind. Yeah? This was the reason why I started focusing on female drivers in motorsport, which is a man's world completely. Nevertheless, I present you now my very personal score of the 5 fastest women in the world. Okay, let's start. Number 5. There is one woman with an extraordinary strong spirit to fight. Sophia Flesh, only 19 years old, race driver from Germany. She was one of the hardest competitors of Michael Schumacher's son Mick in Formula 3. But then this horrible crash in Macau happened.
I watched it so many times, it's okay now, and also I think talking about it helps. It's horrible to watch because the crash was just horrible. It happened so fast and everything. Before I saw the video I didn't know that I was flying. For me it didn't feel that bad, and then the pain started kicking in.
She was really lucky to survive. But how she handled this setback, this impressed me very much when I met her first time after the crash.
I never was really scared to not be able to continue my sport. I hope that everyone will see me again as the girl racing, and the girl racing fast and beating the other drivers, and not the girl with the crash.
And now everybody wants her. She gets a lot of great offers in all different racing series, from Le Mans to Formula 3, where she can gather experience for Formula 1. Good luck, Sophia.
Woo! I'm back in Macau.
Geht's weiter. There is a woman that has already driven in Formula 1. It's my number 4, Susie Wolff. I met her first in 2006 when she was driving in the German Touring Car Championship.
For sure there's lots of jokes. I think there's always jokes about women in racing, but for me it means nothing. You know, I listen to it, I laugh and I ignore it, because when I'm out on the racetrack I have my helmet on and I push as hard as the guys, and I get respect from the guys and I give them respect.
She really kept on fighting, and in 2014, after more than 20 years, again, a woman was driving in Formula 1.
I had to work harder for the respect of the people around me. When I entered a new team, whether it was Mercedes-Benz in the German Touring Car Championship or Williams in Formula 1, there was probably more skepticism in the room when I walked in instead of maybe a young male driver.
In the test session, she was faster than her teammate Felipe Massa, but she never got the chance to start in the race. Felipe Massa was a teammate of Michael Schumacher, the best race driver of all time. And he was challenged quite hard by a woman. That's what I learned when Eleanor took me for a ride in Monaco.
Hin und wieder, ja, kann es schon mal vorkommen, dass man denkt, Mensch, jetzt sitze ich hier in Condamin, in diesem schönen Bereich im Café und noch vor wenigen Jahren, naja, ist schon ein bisschen länger her, habe ich 50 Meter davon entfernt einen Pokal in der Hand gehalten.
Eleanor, my number 3. In the 1980s, she was one of the hardest competitors of Michael Schumacher in Formula 3.
Für eine Frau nicht schlecht. Und wenn ich solche Sprüche höre, dann könnte man ja fast ausflippen, da könnte ich fast ausrasten. Das ist das Schlimmste, was man mir antun kann.
Then she moved to the Touring Car Championship and overtook Formula One champions like Keke Rosberg in the final lap.
Alles, was große Namen hat, ist dieses Jahr in der DTM gefahren. Und dann da als Erste wegzukommen, ist schon was Besonderes, für mich zumindest.
It was the only time a woman won in this racing series. Do you remember this race? Did you ever see it? Crashed a little bit, you know. But she did it her way. Hello. And then this girl took me for a ride. Yuta Kleinschmidt, my number 2. She brought me this shocking experience I told you already in the beginning. For the first time in my life, I really felt that there's a woman driving faster than me. But having felt this under my skin, I started to trust in her, and then I followed her until Timbuktu. It was really crazy. No matter what happened, bandits were attacking the rally, sandstorms, technical defects and everything. But Yuta always managed to arrive right in time for our live links.
Weil ich ja, wie gesagt, gerade erst eingelaufen bin und sofort hierher für das Interview. Also weiß ich noch gar nicht so genau, wie das Ergebnis heute ist.
For me as a journalist, it paid off to follow her through the deserts of Africa, because in 2001 she won the Dakar. The first time and the only time a woman won the hardest race of the world.
Das sind die Träume, die man hat, so eine Dakar zu gewinnen, und jetzt gewinnt man sie einfach so. Ich glaube, ich kapiere es noch nicht ganz.
Nevertheless, next year a team order was issued to prevent her to win again. Yuta driving for Mitsubishi, a Japanese car company, and to beat second time in a row Japanese drivers was not possible in the world of motorsport.
If you are in a team, that's my own experience. In the beginning they like that you are there because you are good for the sponsors, because you get more attention. But in the end of the day they don't really believe in you, and it's very hard to get the best material in the team.
There's one woman that attracts all these tough guys. They all flock together when she calls. She organizes once a year the Race of Champions, a charity race where the champions of all categories of motorsports come together and compete.
You know, you have 2 identical cars and you have 2 minutes to be the best one. So everybody wants to be the best one.
All the male champions remember how she drove over the rally tracks of the world. Michel Mouton, the one and only, my number 1.
For me, rallying, it's exactly to have the car to drive and not to know where you have to go and to try to be the first. And this is very exciting.
She won several races in the Rally World Championship, and in '82 she lost the title in a very close run against Walter Röhrl. And after finishing her career as a driver, she started to fight for female rights as the head of the organization Women in Motorsport. And her message is quite simple.
Just come and try. Join us and try. Then it's experience of course, and after experience, I think most of it is motivation. You know, when you are really motivated to do something, you try all the time, and you try, and sometimes you get it.
Woman, thank you for the truth you let me know. And don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.